Hello and welcome to episode 226 of This Week at GearReport, the show where who knows what's going to happen, but we do know it's powered by Sylvan Arms. Yeah, so aside from that, we do have a standard agenda. Let me tell you what that agenda is. We'll go around, we'll announce the people on the panel, and then we're going to dive into it. So we will talk about, we think we have 4 new articles published since last week. We're to talk about those. We might even touch on, there are some upcoming reviews. Let's see, This Week at GearReport, recent reviews. I clicked the wrong thing before. Reviews will be published soon. We may talk about that a little bit. Oh, we will have a Nutmageddon today. Kevin, you've been out for a while. You're not aware that we have Nutmageddon now. I'm just going to let you try to figure out what the hell that means. I don't think we have anything to talk about in Guitarmageddon today. There is some news on the Humvee front. We will have Humveegeddon. Let's see. PJ's not here. Always. Repeal NFA, boo ATF. We always have those. I'm afraid to say it. You're shaking your head. You're giving me a thumbs up. We will have a patch of the week. Is that correct?
You bet. You bet.
Right, we'll do that. And I think the other thing we typically do, you know what? Let's do this as part of the introduction. So, hi, I'm Jeff. I'll be your tour guide this evening. And now we're going to play a little game we call, Where in the World is Kevin? Yeah, aside from down there.
Uh-huh.
I don't recognize your surroundings.
I'm in Georgia.
Oh, okay.
This weekend I went to Niagara Falls, though.
I saw that.
And it was fantastic.
It looked like someone has done like what they do to the lowriders, where they put the LED lights up under them. It looked like someone did that to the waterfall.
They did. They did.
Weird.
There's some lights up there. It is cool. Had a blast. And This weekend I'm flying to St. Louis for a few days.
Really?
Yeah.
Got some work stuff going on or personal?
Both.
Nice. That's always good when you can combine them and then you get to write off the travel.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Life is golden.
Yeah. I want Uncle Sugar to get all the money they want, right? I mean, as far as everyone else knows. But I also am a big fan of not giving them any more money than we have to. But boy, we can get into some political talk here in a little bit. But short version is I'm actually what is that? Hold on. I have a note here from Komar. Oh, he's waiting to get in. All right, I'll let Komar in just a second. I have to change my title. I have the wrong title. This is from the Tuesday show. What do I want to call myself here?
El Jefe.
Oh, I spelled that wrong. Hold on. I don't spell good. There we go. I'm going to be the big kahuna tonight. Why not? But I spelled it with a C first, which was kind of weird. So it looks in the little green room screen. It looks like Homer Simpson is waiting to get in the program. Pretty close. I almost had that. So we're making our way around. Let me make sure that private chat was Komar. Oh, we got some other chat out there as well. So, but Gary, you were here first. Would you like to introduce your friend?
This is my channel partner, actually. This is George Grayson Cat.
Oh, okay.
He has his own channel, by the way, but he doesn't put out a lot of content.
Yeah, this is the first. I don't think we've ever had a feline on the program before.
Ah, well.
All right. This is a monumentous evening. All right. And the other one there, we met George Grayson Cat. That's not hard to say, but I fumbled it. But also we have Gizzard Gary. So he didn't bother to introduce himself. The Gizzard Gary, not just Gizzard Gary, the Gizzard Gary in the house this evening. Thank you for being here. And what kind of stuff are you doing, Komar?
I don't know. I've been working on some block modifications. Working on developing some code to modify some slides and some frames for the Glock platform.
Isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
Nice.
Specifically modifying rails for the G0, which, as you may or may not be aware, is the is the Ghost Gunner deal to create from just a block of
A chunk of metal, huh?
a chunk of metal, build the frame for a 3D printed, or sorry, the rails to go to the 3D printed frame to go with Gen 3 compatible, yada yada. So I'm doing some rail modification with that. So
That's really exciting. And I was hoping no one was going to go there. Ghost Tactical had to make the rude comment and note that Gary's just chilling there petting his. I'm not sure what that word is, but it starts with a P, ends with a Y. Who knows? It could be
I think it's
anything,
friend,
right?
friend maybe.
Let's
Oh,
see. Oh, G-Webs reminds us from gun websites that he thumbed up and shared. So anyone out there watching, if you hadn't done that yet, that'd be nice. Ghost
that.
Tactical says, "Sup, crackheads." I mean, gearheads. Yeah, it's easy to get us confused. I think. Have a good show. I feel like that was his parting words right there. Gun websites may have been checking out already. Gives a Gary, thank you for another yo. We appreciate that. I don't even know what the Dark Lord means. I suspect that was when I was looking for a title. Well, that's what my kids have called me for a long time. So that probably would have been appropriate. Actually, no, I am going to change. I'm going to change it to what my kids actually call me, especially when we're out in public. Or, like if we're at some place where they ask for a name to put on a drink, so they can call it out of the loudspeaker. I'm either the Supreme Commander or the Lord of Darkness. So it depends on the mood that everyone is in, I think, at the time. Okay, so let's change up. We're going to dive into the standard agenda for this week at Gear Report, and we'll talk about recent reviews, but these are going to go mostly pretty quickly because, well, you'll see why. We have a very limited reach in terms of subject matter for published articles this week. I've really been trying to focus on getting some content for the Camping Gear Report side, especially supporting treks to Philmont Scout Ranch. So we've got an article that's really it's an excerpt from the show on Tuesday, which was about Philmont, where we had a transportation expert come on, and of course, I just dumped the whole transcript down there because why the hell not, right? We got the technology now to just pull the transcript automatically and dump it in. So I figured, why not? We'll see how that works. So if you're looking to go to that very specific place, then you will want to check out that article. If you're not, it's probably not going to be of much value to you. So we're going to move on from that one to one that I got excited about when I saw that AJ had written an article, top 20 gift ideas for firearms enthusiasts. And then I looked at the article and was like, wait a second. Okay, he has expanded it. Okay. Initially, it was all stuff from one company. And I was like, wait a second. This seems a little shady, but he's gone in and filled in some more stuff. And I like that. I may hijack the article and add a few things of my own. We'll see. I don't know if that'd be ethical or not. But as new things, I saw he was editing this today. So as new things come up, as he finds new deals, expect to see them posted in here. So if you don't want to do the work yourself, but you would like for someone to, easily go out there and find all of the great deals for you and list them for you, then here we go. Oh, interesting. I was going to say, so he took the regular article and then just built a new one on top of it. So the bottom section is all about Cedar Mill Fine Firearms, which of course is AJ's company. So I was like, I don't know if I should publish this or not. This seems a little interesting, but okay, I see what he did. He just added all the other things to the top of it. So that'll be interesting if you're looking to keep up with things for Black Friday. Have any of you guys put up a page or a post or anything with all the Black Friday stuff that you found yet? Is anyone doing that?
Nope,
Not
not
that
yet.
I've seen. You scrolled through that list pretty quick, but it looked nice. I like that.
Yeah. I think you did pretty good. Whoa, TJ's jumped in real quick.
I had to wait, and you didn't add me for like 10 minutes. I've been here forever.
Dude, you're self-sufficient. You are empowered, man.
Tragic.
I was
You're
hoping
the
you would
only
notice me,
person
but
here who
apparently
has the ability to add yourself without intervention.
I was hoping you would add me, but that's okay. I'm in.
Listen, I'm going to make it up to you. The floor is yours.
What up?
Tell us about salty balls.
They're salty.
Yeah, really? Okay.
Just got done playing, so they're a little spicy today.
Yeah. So, okay, I know what it is, but some
I know
people
it's my
may not.
it's my kickball. We play in a kickball league, so
Yes. More than a half a century old, and he still plays kickball. So
yeah,
we're proud of him for that. You know, a lot of
This
people.
doesn't come. I have to work at staying this sexy.
Yeah, you get to a certain age, and if you're not doing something, if you're not putting the work in, it all goes. So good on you for getting out and doing something active.
Alcohol.
We're halfway through the new articles, TJ. I'm going to power through these last two.
All right,
Because this one's backpacking related, but it's kind of tied into Philmont. Short version, in case any of you are interested. Backpacking's a whole lot less shitty if you carry less weight. Kevin, I know this is confusing because being in the military, they just make you carry everything. But when you're backpacking recreationally, you don't have to carry everything. You can carry less and make it like actually pleasant sometimes. So I've got an example here of taking one type of equipment, water bottles, and looking at a whole range of options to realize that like the top one, let's see, it weighs 1/8 of what the bottom one does, less than 1/8, and it carries 4 times as much water. So there's a huge difference you can make with backpacking gear by weighing your stuff so you actually know what it weighs, not guessing. You know, I don't have a calibrated hand, you know. And I'm not even on the screen, but you can see my hands down under the recent reviews, right? Where you put something in each hand and see which one's heavier. That doesn't work for me. So you get a little drug dealer scale or a postal scale or something, weigh your stuff, and keep it in a sheet so that you know what it is, and then you can dramatically reduce the weight of your gear. The last one, we're not going to talk about because it's broken, but that is that was going to be the podcast resurrection of our audio podcast, but I can't get the software to work. It's still broken right now. So I got to continue working on that here shortly. And just like that, we're done with recent reviews. We moved to reviews that will be published soon. And I'm trying to power through this so we can get to the fun part where we just talk about what we want to. But let me find the appropriate screen here. Okay, top 20. Let me go to the pending and see what we have here. Pending, we have a Riton 5 Conqueror scope that I still haven't got published, a LA Police Gear slide rail weapon light, and G-Force Arms LTAC Huckleberry 357 review. If I'm not mistaken, that is a lever gun, which is kind of neat, and some Riton scope ring. So we got 4 articles in the queue that'll be published pretty soon. So there we have done our duty to talk about that. We're going to come back to Nutmageddon in just a second because, frankly, I enjoy saying Nutmageddon and then letting people.
It's one of the best
get
segments.
Nervous and letting people get nervous about what's going to happen.
I'm wearing the shirt.
Yeah, wearing the salty balls shirt. Let me see. Actually, I have to see if I'm even ready for that segment. So, yeah, we can talk about that one. We're gonna have a double segment for when we get to Nutmageddon, and here's one of them from Odin. We have 2 boxes from Odin Nuts that we're going to dig into today. So while I'm opening these, let's see, what kind of fun stuff can we talk about? Everyone here goes to SHOT Show. Has everyone figured out your lodging and travel yet?
Oh, you know we have it. Come on now.
Evan hasn't. I've started to think about it to the extent that, like, I'm asking people.
Right. We started thinking about it.
I mentioned it last week, and this is as far as we've gotten.
I think I'm not going this year.
Really?
Yeah. I got a lot going on locally, and just the travel, being out of town for that week and all that. And
Yeah.
then I started talking to some of the other folks that I usually hang out with regard to the social circle, and an astonishing number of them are not going, and just for various different reasons.
Wow. Like, there's no
Um,
conspiracy of people saying, screw them, we're not going anymore. It's just they happen to be not planning on
It's
going.
it's all different independent reasons and different things. A lot of it being the some of the smaller players not feeling like they're getting much business ROI on it. And then with them not going for that reason, I go honestly mostly socially. The last year, in fact, I considered not even actually registering, just going out there and doing the whole social thing. But I wanted cool patches, so
Oh my
I went
goodness.
I went ahead and registered to get the patches because the
The
patches are all.
patches.
So when you've gone, do you have to pay? Like, are you I don't know what registration type you've had.
Yeah. I think retailer is what they. One year they put me as like it was like security professional or some kind of thing, and I was like, all right, whatever.
Interesting. Huh.
But yeah, they've put me in different categories, and I guess they just kind of arbitrarily decide, and I don't argue. I just all right, cool. I guess that's what I am this year. That's fine.
But do you have to pay
Yes.
like a ticket fee?
Yeah. Yep.
All right. All right. I should probably look this up before I say this. Assuming that we're still within the window where it doesn't cost to register as media. I mean, clearly you participate in GearReport. You're welcome to, jump on our roster and go as part of GearReport so you don't have to pay.
Yeah.
And now I say that I'm actually looking up, what the registration
if it's
is.
an option. Yeah.
Because it's tiered. And I'm not trying to pressure you. I know you got things going on at home. If you don't want to go, that's absolutely fine. I'm just saying, a lot of people ask us, hey, can you get us in? And I'm like, well, no. Like, you don't do anything with GearReport. Why the hell would I get you in? But like, you actually do stuff with GearReport. So
I try to.
it is very legit if you wanted to go with us.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let me change that one. I don't remember what the timing is, but I think it was a couple years ago they made the change where after a certain date you have to pay. Before that date you don't. And apparently they don't have that listed here, because I know last year I added someone very late who had said they wanted to go, one of my kids, and I was like, "Oh, I'm getting one of the kids involved in the family business. This is amazing." I was so excited.
And then they wanted to charge you $150, right?
Well, they did charge me $150.
Oh, man.
And then the kid said, never mind.
That's
And
right.
I was like, oh.
The kid backed out afterwards. I remember
I'd
that.
have been so irritated.
I was very irritated, but there were layers of complexity involved here. And I decided that the best thing I could do for all involved is just let it go. So, yeah, that's what I did.
Does it have a timeline for the dates?
Well, I haven't found one yet. I'm looking.
There it is, right there. Early bird is free until December 8th.
Okay, there you go. So you got a little while to decide, and if you want to come with us, just no pressure, but you don't have to like pay just to hang out. You can hang with us if you want.
Right.
But
yeah, I don't know. I'll give it some thought. Like, it is fun. It is fun, but
It's a pain in the ass traveling, really is.
Yeah.
So I certainly don't argue with you that.
Yep.
Oh, who'd we just lose? Kevin said, "Screw this."
Yeah.
You didn't.
I guess he
also
got mad I'm not
put me
going
on
to
the
shop.
roster.
He just chopped the call. He wanted to cry or something. I don't know.
Kevin knows also, I think. He's done enough with Gear Report. If he needed to be added to the roster, we could do that too.
Whoops, hit the
He
wrong
came
button.
back so quick, I was like,
But he's the
was he
suppressor man.
pissed
He can
about
get in.
something?
Hit the wrong button.
Yeah, what did I do this time?
SHOT Show is one of the best weeks of the entire year. Far.
Yeah, it can be. It definitely
can
can
be.
be.
I enjoy it.
All right, so we interrupt this program so that we can dive into the segment that everyone really waits for. I thought it was Guitarmageddon, right?
No.
Come to find out, people get more excited about Nutmageddon, but I'm going to mix things up. There are no nuts that are going to be on camera this week, which is bizarre.
Disappointing.
I mean, if you know anything about my other channels,
I was ready.
you know that this is unusual. But we're
No
gonna go back
nuts.
Nutmageddon. So we have we've been in an arrangement with a company called Oh Nuts that they just keep sending me more stuff and more stuff and more stuff over and over. And this week the two we're going to look at are eerily similar, but they're not nuts. They're dried fruit trays. Here's one. Which way? Here's the other one. And here's the bizarre part.
There's our SHOT Show food.
I'm not going to open the yeah, really. I'm not going to open the plastic wrap on these because I'm actually saving them to take to like Thanksgiving or something. But check this out. It's a wooden, it looks like a board, but the way it's cut
It's
out,
a basket.
it's going to drop to become like a basket. Yeah. And you can see it flopping a little bit. I can feel it up under here where it's moving. Both of these are like that. And it appears to have like a little fold out thing on the bottom to give it like stability. And I'm like, you know what? That's actually really neat. So good on our friends at Oh Nuts for coming up with something really neat as a way to display that. One of them has
basket to hold nuts.
Yeah, really. Yeah, and I don't know if I even have. Oh yeah, there's the one we looked at last week. It's got some nuts in it down there. Let's see. One of them has dried mango, pineapple, dates, peaches, pears, plums, Turkish apricots. I don't even know what makes them that. And dried prunes. The other one substitutes in some apple rings. Yeah, that's the only thing different on that one. Instead of mangoes, it's got apple rings. No,
Yeah, we can't bring those a shot.
Dates, plums, prunes. I don't know. This one with the dates, plums, and prunes, actually both of them. These are the clean you out kits, apparently.
Yeah,
so,
nice.
I don't know. Seems a little dangerous to me, but really neat if you need to like gift something for people for a party or whatever. So, yeah, I appreciate Oh Nuts sending all sorts of. It was supposed to be 10. I think we're going to end up at like 14 or 15 week after week, new stuff. It's supposed to be one thing a week. They keep shipping me like 2 things a week. And the best I can figure is other people they sent stuff to never actually did any videos for them. So they stopped sending them and they're sending them to me instead. So I win. Yeah, Chris from the 740 is here. Good to see you. All right. So TJ, you said we have multiple range events now for are they both, is one Sunday and one Monday at SHOT Show?
They're 5150s is it's Monday as well.
So we'll spend part of the time
Yeah,
at the big SHOT Show range day, and then we'll go check theirs out.
and zip over there.
Do you know where it is?
He sent me a text, so I'm sure I have it.
Have you like looked it up? Do you know what area generally? I'm not trying to like broadcast it to everyone. I just want to know because we went to the ATAC, which was at Nellis, so we go all the way out to the SHOT Show range day, and then we had to drive back through Vegas out the other side to get to Nellis Air Force Base for ATAC. The couple times we went to that one, and I'm hoping that the other one will be a little bit more convenient, like at Pro Gun Club or something that's not too hard to get to. Better late than never, Chris. Happy to see you. Chris, let us know if you got your travel and everything sorted out for SHOT Show yet. We're about to start. I know, believe me, I know that there are 60 days, 2 hours, 33 minutes, and 24 seconds left before SHOT Show. And most people have booked everything by now. I haven't even started looking for a place to stay yet. So,
well, yeah, why would we ever do that?
Right. So if you hadn't figured that out yet, if anyone hadn't figured that out yet and needs a place to stay, let me know. Maybe we can pull together and do things more efficiently like that.
I'll find it.
Yeah. Okay.
On my list. All right.
All right. Who's got cool stuff? What in the world? Chris is staying at the Flamingo. Mr. Fancy Pants.
Whoa.
We'll be there till Wednesday. That's better late than never, right?
Yeah.
Staying on the strip. That's good. I think Clover Tack was telling me today that he thinks he's going to be somewhere on the strip this time.
We're at the Venetian, Jeff.
Yeah. Well, that's what I started calling the Econo Lodge now, apparently. So I'm not sure exactly where we're going to be. But what I can tell you for certain is it will be an adventure.
It's always an adventure.
Y'all will be jealous.
Mhm.
That is guaranteed. That's always the case. Is you will be jealous when you figure out where we stay. Actually, last year I thought was pretty good.
Last year was awesome.
Yeah,
Last year was good.
it was an anomaly. I mean, I'll be honest with you. That's not how we usually roll.
Yeah.
I didn't feel unsafe when we went out the door.
Yeah, it wasn't near the homeless people, the amount of poop on the ground. I mean, it was weird. Like,
I don't know that I saw any poop on the ground.
No.
It made me wonder, like, are we actually in Vegas?
Any bed bugs?
Nothing I'm aware of. I mean, at least there weren't any when we got there.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Who knows after we left, but yeah, that place was pretty good. So what we did for that one is we went a little bit further out. Normally we try to stay within like a 5-minute drive.
Walking distance.
What were we, like 15 minutes, 20 minutes away or something?
Something like that, yeah. 10, 15-minute Uber.
I thought it was okay though. Like it really didn't bother me.
Especially when we get Uber. Uber's not bad. I mean, we don't have to worry about parking and all that crap. So
Right. Yeah, it worked out every time. So who knows? It broadened my horizons. I am willing to look outside of that, 1.5-mile radius of the.
I mean, I do miss the 5-mile walks to Vegas every day.
Oh my goodness! Yeah, we used to be in so much better shape just from that walking. That was it.
It'll get you back in shape, Jeff. See, that's what I'm saying.
I lost 6 pounds this week, by the way. In the last week, I lost 6 pounds. So
I lost 3 pounds this morning
because I was 220. And I was a little over 220 when I got up first thing in the morning about a week and a half ago. And this morning when I got up, I was 213.6 or something.
Look at you.
So yeah, I'm doing what I can to get down to SHOT Show weight. So I'd love to be under 200.
So you're not knocking over crap in the booths and stuff. Yeah, I know.
Yeah. If I have to turn around a booth, I don't want my belly to bump into things and knock
like
things
last
over.
year.
Yeah, that was embarrassing.
I know, Jeffrey.
Yeah. So, what do we expect? What's going to be the big thing at SHOT Show this year? Does anyone have any ideas? You heard about anything? I'll be honest with you, I hadn't followed anything. That's not a leading question in that, like, I'm waiting to talk about something. Like, I haven't been paying attention, really. I don't know what we're in for.
Could be anything.
Is anything new? I mean, Israeli IWI put out, they got the new AR. That looks neat.
Really?
Yeah.
Not heard of that.
Suppressor, a bunch of suppressors, some 3D printed suppressor stuff going on. And
yeah, I wonder if our buddy's
last
going to
week.
be there.
Yeah, so we talked about that last week.
I saw a picture of a suppressor the other day. I think it was coming out of the 3D print community, and it was triangular rather than round.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Let's make some shapes.
Huh.
Yeah, I can't really dig on it. Like, I don't know. The only way I could see it would be as if it had some kind of QD mount where it would be timed correctly every time.
Right.
But a triangular geometry hanging off the end that isn't aligned right would just I couldn't do it.
No, it will
Right. Well, also when you do that, you're also like giving up space that could be expansion chamber.
Right.
Right. So
Right.
you're actually
Yep.
reducing your capacity to
Yep.
drop sound.
Yep.
In favor of like a sexy look.
If that's a sexy look, right? Like I don't know. I don't know. Whatever.
Interesting. We'll see what happens.
We'll have to look for that now.
Next week, Kevin's going to come on and say, "Guess what company I'm representing?"
Nah.
There was a picture of a triangle shape.
And he's like, "No, really, guys, it's a good look." Hey, Kevin, I got a question. So you were up in Canada. Do you do any suppressor stuff in Canada?
No. Nobody can have suppressors in Canada.
Can't have ARs anymore.
Not even the police.
Really?
Nope.
That makes zero sense.
I've even
It's
checked with
Canada.
the Royal
Canada doesn't make
Canadian,
any sense.
even the Royal Canadian Mounted Police. Like none of them have suppressors.
Silent as
That surprises
is
me.
the name of the company.
Silent AF. There you go.
Let's see what we
Oh,
got here.
the triangular suppressor.
I'm curious what the hell I'm looking at with some of these.
Hey, what was the top row to the right? Oh yeah, cool, that one too. Like what is going on there?
I don't know.
That's weird.
Indeed. And it's bolted together, it looks like.
Huh.
That's what I'm talking
Oh,
about.
it's a Jesse James firearm. So it's like
Oh, never mind.
probably all show type thing. Yeah. I don't know. Looks interesting, but kind of bizarre. At least if it's got a bulge in it, it has greater interior volume
Well, but I mean,
potentially.
it has greater than if the entire thing was the diameter of the ends, the tips. But it's not maximizing its overall maximum diameter, right? Like you're truncating it. You're not expanding it. You're truncating the ends.
Yeah. I've still not seen a maybe I spelled it wrong. Let me try doing it silent AF. Maybe I'm not spelling it right.
This would be fantastic if this comes up something totally what we weren't expecting.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking about typing that thing that's on the box for the little female doll figurine things from that movie, where they meant to put like Wicked Movie on the back, and they put wickedmovie.com or something like that. And they put wicked.com, which apparently is a porn site. And this was something for little kids.
Oh, there was a teacher that was sending kids to whitehouse.com to do research on a civics project. And it's .gov, kids, not .com. .com is something different.
Yeah. I had that like 20 years ago. I was in I'm not seeing a triangular one. Those look kind of neat, but I'm not seeing the one that we were talking about. Yeah, which is exactly what Chris said. So yeah, maybe they're going to be worth checking into to see what kind of novelty crap they have. But I was in a corporate training back when I worked in Big Pharma. They sent us to something to learn. I don't even remember what it was, like Microsoft products or something. It was like a very basic corporate, training session thing. And they said, okay, let's do a little web research. And they put in whitehouse.com and hit enter, and it came up on the screen in front of this room full of 20 business professionals as
Nice.
blatantly a porn site. And I was like, this training is so much different than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I just posted a link in the chat if you care.
Oh, I see. Yeah, and we'll look at all right, that's the one that we already had. Oh, yeah, let me pull that over to the other screen and we'll pull that up. Interesting. So I am kind of curious what the thinking
How would that
is.
play out?
Huh. Yeah, that's something that I keep thinking maybe it's time to start printing some suppressors. Alan's down for it. The president of Quarter Horse Arms, he has said, he is very interested in developing, some prototypes just to see how it goes. And I just hadn't, I don't know that the technology is there to do what I would want to do just yet. Like for the consumer grade printer that I have, I don't know that I'd be able to make something durable enough that it's worth the effort. So I haven't tried to print anything yet, but he's down for it. I mean, he's like, what is it? The prototyping is, it's a Form 2, right? He's
Yes.
like, whenever you want to do it, just let me know.
You have to file that Form 2 after you've completed testing.
Yeah.
So if you print it and then test it and it fails, you don't have to Form 2 it. You can just throw it away.
Yeah.
And
in fact, the obligation is to file the Form 2 no later than the end of the following business day.
Right.
Mhm.
After testing's completed.
After testing is completed.
Right.
So you begin building it on a Monday, you finish it, testing it on a Friday. You must file it by the end of Monday.
Right. Okay.
Right.
Good to know.
Assuming you're in 0702.
We may have to do that pretty soon. Alan keeps asking about it. He wants to do it. And the other thing that we've been talking about working on, Chris got my old Ghost Gunner 2. And he's learning how to use it. And apparently, I mean, he picked it up a couple months ago. Hopefully he's figured out how to make it work. He picked it up and then he had some employment related things happen that changed the way his schedule works a bit. So I think it kind of got shoved to the side so he could deal with some things that required a bit more urgent attention. But I'm hoping that he is figuring it. He was in a class, like he's taken a class at the local college about what is it? Is it G code or something it uses to print? I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Something about programming CNC machines, and I'm not sure, but regardless, he was saying he was in that class and he was thinking about getting something. I was like, oh, I've got one of those. He's like, no, you don't. It's like, well, no, I do. So we went to, it was in the shop at Quarter Horse Arms. I don't have it at my house because if we were going to make any prototype stuff, do anything, my understanding is it has to be done on the registered premises of the FFL.
Yes.
So because that's what we were doing is out there. So now he's playing with it, learning how to use it. And when he gets to the point that we're ready to actually prototype some things through Quarter Horse Arms, then we'll take it back to the shop and set it up. He can do whatever he wants, privately. But if we want to do any of the fun stuff, we'll be sure we do it right and go out, set it up at Quarter Horse Arms and do it that way.
Nice.
Cool.
Nice. Komar, do you have some new suppressors at your place? How have those been?
I actually I may have moved one of the multi-cals today. We'll see. So,
Sweet.
But beyond that, not much movement. Just kind of doing my thing.
Cool.
Good.
All right, Gary's been too quiet, and he's making this weird look with his eyes real big. So I gotta put him on the spot and say, "What's happening in your world?"
Man, I tell you what, it's just been knives for a week now, man.
Good.
Knife
You're the
review.
master of the knives.
Man, trying to keep myself sharp, sharp wit, everything else, just trying to live life on the edge, if you know what I mean.
And master of dad jokes. There we go.
Just
Love
trying,
it.
trying to be a cut above, okay?
Right. So,
You asked.
I
You
did.
did ask.
I did, and you delivered, man. I appreciate it. So, so for the people who aren't familiar with what you do, I will say that I've never asked you to move your programs, but they happen after my bedtime typically. So, because of time zones and because I get up at like 4 o'clock in the morning, I'm usually not up when you're having your shows. But tell us about the programs you do and what the timing of those are.
Well, let's see. Of course, I do several knife reviews every month, but I also have a weekly podcast every Friday.
Right.
It's called Foul Territory, and that's on at 9 o'clock p.m. Central Time every Friday. That's a 2-hour program where we discuss 2A topics. We have a giveaway of swag and such, sponsored by the good folks at Aegis Gun Care, which we all know and love.
Nice.
And then in the second half of the program, it's generally viewer submitted Gorn and stuff like that we occasionally memes if they are socially acceptable, sometimes borderline. We put those on, and so we do that. And then for my channel members, I do a members only chat every Wednesday for those too. So we have some special content there, which I've been giving away some of my review knives in the last part of this year for my channel members. So yeah, because I've got way too damn many stored here. To tell you the truth, it's like I don't have a place to keep them, and somebody else could use them. So hey,
how many knives can you use at once? Right?
I've got lots of pockets.
Two.
Yeah.
I've got at least half a dozen next to me here on the.
So your show starts at 9 p.m. Central and lasts for 2 hours.
Correct.
10, 11. So it finishes
at
late midnight. It finishes at midnight Eastern time then.
That is correct.
Wow. That is pretty late.
Yeah. You want it on Friday.
They can get away with all that risque stuff they put up
there. That's true. That's true. Yeah. Well, but Friday night, like that's my only opportunity most weeks to get my risque stuff on. So,
It doesn't take 2 hours, does it?
You just had none getting it.
He's done in 2 minutes.
Yeah.
It's an hour and a half of begging and then, a few minutes.
Oh, okay.
Whatever.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, whatever, I don't judge other people and how they run their marriages. So, and I don't care if they judge me. So
I have sent you links the last 2 weeks, by the way.
I've noticed that. And that's part of the reason I brought it up is I wanted you to know that I'm not like just ignoring it. I'm ignoring it because literally by the end of the week, like ain't no way I'm getting on a show at 10 o'clock most weeks. Because I'm like asleep by then. I
send links to anywhere from 15 to 20 people. I'm lucky if I get 5 to take me up on it. So yeah. I have watched the program in replay, which will probably start happening a bit more because I am ramping back into Humvee mode. And I had someone come over today and bought a bunch of Humvee parts and it's one of those, I had to get my foot healed. So I broke my foot in, what was it, July? I think it was July.
The second time?
And then it was almost healed. Like 6 weeks later, 6.5 weeks later, I re-injured it. And so, yes, it is mostly, it's almost 100% healed now. I'm actually thinking about going backpacking this weekend. So that'll tell you, I think it's healed, or I wouldn't even think about doing a backpacking trip up in the mountains of North Carolina. So I was afraid if I went out and tried to do stuff on the truck, did a lot of physical labor type stuff, I'd re-break it again. And like, I'm not smart enough to do things when I'm injured. I just need to sit down the whole time. So, since I think I can actually work on stuff again, I'm going to fire that project up. And I need ideas from you guys. What color should the Humvee be this time?
Pink.
Orange.
Oh,
Orange.
see what you did there, Gary.
That's
There-
right.
there it is.
That's it.
Do a blaze orange one.
Man, that would look good in orange.
Blaze orange with black
Some
camo.
chickens on the door to be nice.
I've
we
had
can make that happen, man.
G-Webs keeps telling me it needs to be orange and black. Or no, Jose Juan's the one I was thinking of. That keeps telling me that because the Gear Report colors, the main, see, this is the Gear Report Firearms channel. If we go to the main Gear Report, it's black, orange, gray, and white. The Humvee channel is desert tan and black and gray. I am actually personally leaning towards something like a battleship gray, gunmetal gray, something like that. I'm not sure what color this one is exactly,
I like it.
but that's a little too gloss. I don't want to do gloss because you have your paint prep has to be too good, and these bodies on these military surplus trucks are kind of beat to hell. So I don't want to have to do all of that.
You should do a distressed orange. Orange and black. It'd be amazing.
War torn orange.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah. So the problem I have is I feel like when you go with the bright yellow or orange, that you're getting into the old, 90s, the guy that wore the baggy gym pants that had the tiger stripes on them.
They're coming back,
The bro dude that's too loud and has low testosterone. He makes up for it by driving a big ass truck. Like, I don't want to be that guy. I have them for other reasons.
Yeah, that screams I have low testosterone right there.
That one? No, I'm talking about, like, I think the blue looks okay. That's kind of cool looking, I think. Like a nice metallic blue. But I'm afraid that like the yellow ones. All right, let's do another search here.
Red one. I saw a red one.
Hummer H1 colors. Let's see. Like, I like the look of these yellow ones, like a Caterpillar yellow. I go to Tractor Supply and get a Caterpillar yellow for a reasonable price. Competition yellow, they call it. But to me, that kind of says like whoever's driving that's bound to be a douchebag. And
right, exactly.
And I'm a little nervous about taking it. Ooh, that looks kind of nice. Another kind of little bit less blue silver, but blue metallic, ocean blue metallic. That looks kind of nice. Red looks a little bit too much like, look at me, for me.
Yeah.
The Barney Mobile, that would be disturbing to ride in.
Well, if red's too look at me, then you're going to love blaze orange.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't seen a blaze orange down
That's
here.
the first one, Jeff.
Oh, there we go.
There you go.
That's why it would be badass, Jeff. It'd be unique.
Is that the one that they shot up? What was it? There was a range event 3-4 months ago that I think it was all the people who are bought that went to it. You know what I'm talking about? What's the company that does that? The management company that like controls a bunch of
Yeah, you're talking about Leviathan.
Leviathan, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was like one of their events. Here, let me do this. I feel like a bad host when I hide guest behind all right, banners. There we go. I can hide me. I don't like to hide people. But anyhow, it looked like this. And they just shot it up. They used it as they put it on the range because it would get video views or something. And I was like, what the hell's wrong with you people? Like, they had good doors and all sorts of good parts that
Just like I could have sold that for thousands of dollars.
Or even just take off the $4,000, $5,000 doors and put some cloth doors on that cost a couple $100 each. Don't waste. They're hard to find. They're expensive because they're scarce. So when people go out and destroy them on purpose just because they think it's funny, it's like, come on, people.
That makes sense.
Some
Is
of
that a
us-
blaze orange?
There you
Well,
go.
I can't tell if it's blaze orange or red.
Yeah, I call that red.
Yeah. I really thought we'd see like a Jose's saying like a burnt orange or something. That's just leather.
Well, there you go.
So anyhow, I'm still. Oh,
Yes. Do it.
that could be interesting. And I'm sure that's supposed to be a hunting truck. That was why it's got the seats and like a shooting bench or something. But it could also be a mobile bar, for all I know. I mean, what do I
I don't
know?
know if that's the best idea ever.
Yeah.
In fact, I know that it's not the best idea.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, so if anyone has any other ideas, feel free to let me know. Leave comments in the chat or whatever if you're not here with us. Okay. Interesting. That actually looks a lot like
Put something up there for you.
that looks a lot like my tan truck. Like it's a turbo truck and it's got it is. That looks like it is. It's 1165A1. So that's like my tan truck, and instead of being desert tan, they painted it orange. Yeah, I don't know. That one just doesn't speak to me.
Just think if you had a rooster logo on there somewhere, though. Yeah.
I think the problem with that is the color. It's like too salmon colored.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
If you do a distress orange, that will let you hide the imperfections in the body. Right? It'll be perfect.
Maybe. I don't know. I'm not sold on the orange. So I got two people campaigning. Jose Juan and Kevin both campaigning to go with orange. I don't know.
I put a screen up there for you, Jeff. Happy medium.
I got to swap to this one. Oh,
Yep.
That's interesting. Like
That's real
an
nice.
angular camo looking thing.
Yeah.
Like an urban camo or something.
That could be interesting. There's
That's
so
something for sure.
Oh, okay. No, actually, I don't even want to joke about this. Someone may have been injured in this truck, so I'm not going to make jokes about this one. That's too distressed is kind of where I was going to go with it, but sometimes in the Humvee groups, people will make jokes about trucks like this, and it's like, wait a second, someone probably died in that. That's not cool to make jokes about it. Now, if this were in Chicago, I feel like it'd be a different story. But combat
everyday
truck
driver in
in
Chicago.
combat, that's not funny. I love the look of the yellow. I just associate it with the people who have attention problems. Like, look at me. The ones I don't like, see, that's got a little gloss to it. A lot of people will get black flat spray paint and paint their Humvees, like a lot of people. And I think they look like ass. They are absolutely hideous. I do not want to do that.
Distressed orange.
Flat black rattle can is not a good look, in my opinion. There are a lot of funky looking ones on here. And to me, it's hard to beat a good desert tan truck. But
Nice.
Hummer Kings, I think that's my friend. Oddly, and it is because I've been here to this. He actually keeps them. He works in a store. He's got a bunch of units at a storage unit place, and he uses them during the day to store all of his parts for his Humvees. His name is Akbar, which turns a lot of people off in the military vehicle space. They hear a name like that. But he's a cool dude. He's down in the Tampa, Florida area. He makes a lot of pimped out military type trucks. Anyhow, yeah, that'll be interesting to see where I go with that. And then and I'll have to decide what I want to do with the trailer because let's see, communications. What is it called? Shelter. Humvee. We'll call it that. See what shows up. I've got one of these shelters. I think it's a 788. Maybe it's not. It's something like that though. I've got one of these shelters, and I'm going to put it on a trailer to pull behind. I could put it in the back of a Humvee, but I don't want to do that to the truck. I'm going to put it on I've got a generator, a military generator trailer that the generator's been taken off of, and we'll put one of these shelters on that. And I don't know if I want to color match it or not.
Nice.
But that's going to be a neat project coming up. So since we're still on Humvee-geddon, those are some of the things that are on the way as I'm moving back into working on the Humvee. And I think it is a 788 because it's got that pass-through underneath at the front where you can put generators and stuff. And it's all racked out inside. I know we looked at this a while ago. Not the one that they have here to Eastern Surplus, but that's sideways. But it's got computer racks inside, so obviously those will come out, and I'll figure out what to do with the inside. Anyhow, thank you for all the feedback on that stuff. And so 2 more things to talk about. We're running out of time here. I spent too much time on that, but we don't want to miss patch of the week. So let's go ahead. And Kevin, if you're ready, I'll give you the screen. You just tell me.
I stay ready.
Here we go.
Patch of the week this week is this guy here.
Yeah.
Ban the
Love it.
ATF.
Yes.
PVC patch, green and yellow. It's from That's a Felony on Instagram.
I like it.
Pretty cool patch.
Yep.
Like it.
So that's kind of neat.
Yeah, very cool. All right. Well, we appreciate the patch of the week segment. And then the other thing I want to talk about, since we're talking about the ATF, I know we touched on it last week, but we got some people who hadn't been here in a while. What are you guys thinking? I keep hearing. I don't want to share my feelings. I want to hear what you guys think, and then I'll speak up a little bit. There is a campaign in place, Brandon Herrera, for the director of the ATF. So where are your heads on this?
I've heard that a few times. I've heard that he was running for president. I've heard that he was running for senator. I've heard that he was running for Congress. I mean,
he was running for office.
Like,
he
I don't know.
It came down to like a recount.
So
with against an incumbent, so it was. That's a pretty good run.
Yeah.
Well,
anybody's better than who's in there now.
The inside story I read was that they wanted to put him in that position with the understanding that his main purpose was to shut the agency down.
Yeah.
So, and I'm totally in favor of that. Let's be real.
Yeah. Yeah. And do you think he has a shot?
Yeah.
I think 6 months ago, I'd have said no way. Like, even if Trump wins, there's no way. But seeing some of the appointments or suggested nominations for appointment that he's made so far, I'm like, you know what? Nothing's off the table with this guy. So I think if he gets he could literally get nominated, and that would be super interesting.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you know what would be really cool about having him as a director of the ATF versus the last guy that they appointed?
Yeah, what's that?
He's never participated in the firebombing of men, women, and children inside their home before.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
That would be an interesting culture change at that agency, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
And he likes dogs.
He likes dogs.
Yeah. So, I think there's a lot of interesting potential there. Personally, I was going along the lines of, I don't think that I don't think that no matter who gets put in that position, that they're going to be able to just shut it down. Like there are some legislative requirements, things that would have to change. They could hobble it pretty dramatically, but we don't like it when the left pushes their agenda and does things that go against like the legislative direction. I think a lot could be done without having legislative changes, but I don't think they could like put it under.
Just cut
Without
a little bit off of it. Alcohol, tobacco.
Sure.
All right, it's good.
So with that in mind, like if there would have to be some real administrative function, then I keep mentioning it. I haven't heard anyone else mention. Everyone's got on the Brandon train, and no one is talking about someone like a Jamin from Palmetto State Armory, from the group that owns Palmetto State Armory. He's got a bunch of companies. He's been in an executive role for quite a while.
Yeah.
Because this is an executive position. I think that whoever has it, it would be like we'd be setting ourselves up for failure to put someone with no executive experience in a role like that. So yeah, it'll be very interesting to see how things go there. Cool. All right.
Definitely.
Anyone have anything coming up they want to talk about? I mean, Gary, your next show's tomorrow night, right? So we know that.
That's correct.
Where do people find that?
Find it on YouTube at Gizzard Gary. That's my YouTube channel. So that's where to find it. We also multicast on X, on my X channel, also on Rumble.
Do you have to be verified to do that?
Yes, you do.
Interesting.
It costs monies. Yes, it does.
How many monies?
Jeff's out.
I don't remember. Around $10 a month, something like that. Seems
Oh
like.
my goodness.
Oh Jesus.
There he is. I heard a rumor at one point. Actually, I'm going to look this up. I am going to say it, but I want to look it up as well. I'll let you guys play along with me while I'm looking this up. Let's see, Gizzard Jerry. I heard that there was a Gizzard Jerry channel somewhere.
There is. It's at Gizzard Jerry. Yeah.
Huh. It's showing up in search right away here. You must not have put much content up there.
I don't know that there is any content on it.
Oh, you just created it?
That was primarily for your benefit. Yeah, there you go.
Well, that's what I was going to say is it's very much an inside joke.
Mhm.
But I appreciate you got 6 subscribers there. I appreciate that you made that and it's probably all 6 of the people that you had in mind when you made it.
He's about to have 7.
Yeah, about to have 7. Yeah, you know what? Maybe we can give your channel a boost, make it like a real thing, like it's a real channel. Obviously, I can see it.
Yeah,
there.
that's a bunch of still pictures that I made for Amazon thumbnails, so I could like point to products and stuff, and I just put them all in one collage like that. It's like,
yeah,
well, it's supposed to be silly, so let's go over the top with it. So
yeah. So for anyone who's wondering, there's a guy that does Amazon stuff that we work with that can't pronounce Gizzard Gary. He's from Israel, I think, and apparently they read things differently. And what is George Grayson Cat's channel called?
George Grayson Cat.
George Grayson Cat. See if I type that right. All right.
There it is.
Oh my goodness. A clean shaven Gizzard Jerry there.
Well, that's old. That's about a 5-year-old video. But he actually has some content because I've reviewed some cat food and different things.
George and Glock. Interesting. You would have proved I just posted 3 videos tonight on Amazon for an automatic cat water fountain that has a motion sensor. So when the cat walks up to it, it starts bubbling.
Oh, mine bubble constantly.
And G-Web's heard me say that it's about time to shut it down. So he
It's gonna be
decided
a
to.
rockin' after chat, so I decided to jump into that long after chat. That's about that.
Yeah, I'm not likely to do much of an after chat tonight because I'm tired. But thanks for showing up anyway. We appreciate you. Did you just add value to the, what was it, Yankees show? Is that what it was?
Yeah, I figured get a second paycheck, jump in here, get paid for this one as well. Nice.
All you got to do is clock in, and
I had Gizzard clock in for me right at the beginning. So as far as anybody's concerned, I was in the back room like that.
You bastard. Yeah. All right. So with that, I hate to say it, G-Webs. Anything you want to? What do you have coming up? Since you're here, tell us when your next program is. What if we want to listen to something you're doing?
Nothing. Thanks for the invite.
I've never met anyone so resistant to self-promotion, but that's okay. Thank you. Thanks for being here. We appreciate it. With that, thanks to all the panelists. Thanks for the people who left questions and comments out there for us. And until next time, which is likely going to be next. Actually, how are we progressing towards holiday? Thanksgiving? I don't think we're going to do a Thanksgiving show.
All right. I'll be, dude, by this time of night, I'll be fired up.
I think it'll be dangerous. I don't think we should do that.
I start drinking at like 7 on Thanksgiving Day. It'll be cool.
Yeah.
It should be glorious, Jeff.
That'd be a bad idea. We're not going to do it next week. Don't be here at 9 p.m. Eastern next week. We're to skip that. We'll be back the week after that, which is going to be December 5th for this week at GearReport.
I'll be on the show next Friday.
Potentially. Yeah, we'll see. I don't know if he could handle that, but we'll see.
I'm
So until next time.